Hi, I'm Ksenia Turkova. So, Evgeniy Prigozhin surprised us again. What happened to him? What are the versions and what it could lead to? Let's try to get through all the news we had now. His plane crashed in Tverskaya Oblast in Russia, and it's confirmed by Rosaviatsia, Russian aviation agency, that Prigozhin was among the passengers, along with Dmitry Utkin, one of the Wagner's commanders. 8 bodies were found, but are not recognizable. They say they are burned, and one body doesn't have a head. I mean, it's cut from the body. So first question, who are those people who were on the plane besides Prigozhin and Utkin? For example, Valery Chikalov. He's a key figure in Fontanka's Russian media investigation into how company Wagner obtained contracts for oil production in Syria. According to the publication, a quarter of all gas and all oil produced in the territory reclaimed for Bashar Assad could have gone to the company, that company in exchange for the liberation and protection of the fields. The crew commander of the crashed aircraft was Alexei Levshin. Probably this could be an ace from the Russian Falcons team, which has repeatedly taken part in Russian, French, and other international air shows. Second question, is Prigozhin really dead? Journalist Andrei Zakharov writes that today Prigozhin did fly to Russia from Africa with the entire command staff on the Wagner group with him. However, we cannot say for sure. First of all, Prigozhin and Utkin have body doubles. The BBC Russian service recalls, so the Rosaviation message is not an official confirmation of the death. The day before, the BBC Russian service spoke about Ruslan Yunusov, who in 2018, after changing documents, became the full namesake of Evgeniy Prigozhin. Yunusov is currently in one of the Russian prisons. A famous Russian journalist, Sergei Parhomenko, says he would estimate the probabilities as 50-50. It means it is possible that it was a demonstrative murder exactly 2 months after the mutiny. And it's also possible that it was an attempt to escape by putting on a plane a person with false documents in the name of Prigozhin, while Prigozhin himself is somewhere in Philippines or Paraguay. Russian media Medusa's source, close to the presidential administration, was not surprised by the crash of Prigozhin's plane. And the source in the Kremlin did not rule out that the head of Wagner Group is still alive. They said, he's a trickster, a troll. He has informants in various structures, in various organizations, so we have to wait. Finally, it's not the first time when Prigozhin supposedly died or was killed. In December 2018, an An-26 aircraft crashed in Congo. Then the media claimed that among those killed in the crash was Evgeniy Prigozhin, but it was not true. Third question, was it Putin's revenge? Possible, but some experts think that this way of getting rid of a traitor is too obvious and looks weird. On the other hand, if Prigozhin had agreed with the Kremlin to leave the game, then death would be the best option, and in this case, he would not have to die from poisoning or disease. They would need something, bright, eye-catching, but at the same time, without a recognizable body. Fourth question, how does the society react? The independent media Holod called gathered reactions from Z community leaders. Here are some quotes for you. Head of the Wagner Group, hero of Russia, a true patriot of his motherland, Evgeniy Viktorovich Prigozhin died as a result of the actions of traitors of Russia, but even in hell he will be the best. End of quote. Prigozhin's assassination will have catastrophic consequences. People who gave the order, they don't understand the mood in the army and the moral at all. End of quote. And the third one. It is not yet clear whether hero of Russia, Evgeniy Viktorovich Prigozhin, was on board. But if he was there, then let's just pack and leave. Fuck this whole war. We don't need it. End of quote. Tonight, a spontaneous memorial to Prigozhin appeared at the Wagner Center in St. Petersburg, and people bring flowers. So that gives us a peace of mind about Putin's image, right? And fifth question, how this story might affect the attitude of Russians toward war. I think it's obviously very bad for the moral, and it shows that Putin needs war supporters, but to a certain extent. You need to support the war only in his own way. At the same time, what happened is very good for the moral of Ukrainians. It shows that Russian army is disoriented, Putin is weak, and even the most strong and aggressive war supporters are getting disappointed with Putin and with the war in general. And what is good for Ukraine brings its victory closer. I'm Ksenia Turkova. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching me.